Okay, that's who's there.
Good afternoon.
Who's
Very fine, but yeah. Okay, my name is Dekin Akintunde Lajadele. I'm the provincial coordinator of the Junior Church of Lagos Province 54.
All right. My name is Okoro Favor, and I am the head of department of programs. Lagos Province 54. Okay.
My name is Marvelous Adebi, and I'm the outgoing head of the media department for L54 Teens and Affairs. Yeah.
Oluwashindara Sean. What position do you? I'm the head of the Bible study department.
So, what was that experience like?
Ah, man. It was fun though. It was fun, stretching, full of new experiences really. But I think the most important of it all, it stretched me to be a better version of myself really, to always push for excellence. I think that's the word. Just to be a better version of myself, to push for excellence really.
Among all of the many experiences that you have, what's like the most memorable one for you?
It was Glue 2022. Ah, bro. Kabbalah, Sabalate. Even the pre-program, it was just something else. It was just too powerful. We prayed. That was when many of us started just building that hunger and desire for God. It was too awesome, too awesome, too awesome. We prayed. We were just so hungry for God, and that really bettered many things out in many of us, many of the executives. Many of us started finding out many things that God has actually designed for us to start doing on it, instead of wasting time, basically. Yeah, basically. So it was quite an interesting experience, really, for me. So I think it was good 2022. I'm talking of the rehearsal before the glue, but the program itself was actually a very, very pivotal moment for many of us, especially me too. So I think, yeah.
So being a media coordinator, you have teenagers like working under you. How were you able to like manage like the whole leadership?
So, okay, I'll start like this. First of all, one thing I did consistently was just to depend on the Holy Spirit for help and for the wisdom to lead the people He has entrusted into my care. When I started, I wasn't so good at relating with people, but through the leaders that have gone ahead of me and going out to discover more about leadership, we started pushing to become better versions of ourselves as individuals and as leaders, really. So it was quite challenging in the sense that when I first started, like I was not really, what's the word? I was not really a people person. What do I mean by that? I was more just a positional leader, more just interested in doing this, do that, do this, do this. I wasn't really, I was more conscious of my position. So as time went on, now the balance is okay, I am the leader and that's fine. There's a place for that. But there's also a place for looking at the efforts and basically the efforts of the team and the contribution they bring into the team. Instead of just demanding to put more, I now learn the balance. Okay, even if they have to be more excellent at certain things, I also have to encourage them and appreciate their efforts at whatever level. So, I mean, that's one thing that can never leave me anywhere I go, and I thank God for that.
So yeah, can you share with us like the challenges that you faced and how you were able to like solve this challenge?
So I faced quite a number of challenges. Like I mentioned earlier, having to balance schooling, my service in my church, the church I attended in school, and also my service year and extracurricular activities that I was involved in. Although they were not too much, they were not much, about just two. But having to balance all of them, only me, it was quite a lot for me. And also stretching myself to, coming out of my comfort zone, coming for programs, attending meetings, calls, yes. It was a lot for me. And messaging people, sometimes Daniel just tell us, check up on your fellow executives, greet them, call them, tell them, pray for them and all of that. Yes, it's not something that I would normally do, to be calling people like that. But I thank God because it taught me how to, be more jovial and even care about other people and to look out for them.
Yes, bro, since you have any advice that you'd like to make next counseling show them into the case.
So my simple advice is that at any point, for every reason, talk to God. If you feel tired of service, because at some point you can grow tired of, you can, be overwhelmed by, the stress and everything. Talk to God about it. If you feel excited about the position, about your activities, talk to God about it. If somebody offends you, if your co-executive offends you, talk to God about it. Everything at any point, just make sure that you talk to God about it. And it's going to teach you what to do, what not to do, the decisions to make, the things, your responses, what your responses should be, what your reactions should be, everything at every step, at every juncture. Just talk to God about it, and He's going to direct your paths.
I think it was Glue 2023. Yes, that was the second Glue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if it's Glue. Is that Glue prayer conference? Share one of those programs. So we came, media department, regular stuff, set up. So we were taking pictures. Okay, so we were taking pictures. We just kept taking pictures. The usual plan for us that time was that we'll take all our pictures and then after the program we'll just go and edit it and do all our work. But guess what? We got home and discovered that all our pictures have cleared. Uncle Acha flogged me. It was so. I was just like, God, I beg. Okay, so since that time, the lesson I learned from that, since that time, whenever we go for programs, basically what we do is we take our pictures immediately and then we work on them immediately, basically. So as they're taking the picture of one minister, they're working on it, you're pushing it out, no time to waste. So that was one way we were able to remedy that. And there were quite other challenges that God helped us overcome. But really, it has been a lovely experience for me.
All right, so can you share like the challenges that you faced and how you were able to solve those challenges?
The challenges I faced. So one of the challenges I faced as an executive was the fact that my parents were not really happy about being an executive. So they felt like, what is stressful? And I remember the first executive meeting, mommy said, "Steve, go and back to this date down. You're not going back to that promise." And I feel like, ma, you whining me? So there was that. I changed the prayer points. I prayed to God about this. If you really want to be ill, if my parents approve of it. And then now, if I tell them I'm going to a program, going for any meeting, they allow me go free. Another thing was that in the tenure, what thing I realized was that we planned it. Like any program is coming up, we tend to plan it. I know when you plan it, there's always lapses. So that's challenge our first. Okay, I'll say at first, I didn't have an assistant, so I had to work alone, a workload, and then most especially when I just gained admission, it was difficult for me to, balance school life and then spiritual life, and then having to be online, take up your responsibility. So really took time for me to be able to balance myself. So how were you able to solve that? Really? Then I came up with like I said earlier, delegation of tasks. I had to create a group, put some people there, some members, delegate tasks to them weekly, daily. And then my assistant, that was when I was given an assistant. So the workload became lesser.
Do you have any memorable event that has this? Okay, memorable event.
So yeah, my memorable events, of course, is with my executives. There was this prayer conference where we had to hold hands together in front of the altar and we prayed for the teenagers. It was awesome. I looked at my executive, my excos, they were laying hands on people and they were speaking in tongues and God was moving. God used us during that day's program, and it was actually beautiful because it was an opportunity that most teenagers out there don't have. People that are more qualified than we are, they don't get that kind of opportunity on a regular day, but God chose us for a reason and He decided to use us to do wonderful things for the junior church. So yeah, I can say it's my most memorable event. Right, that's awesome. So
How were you able to like coordinate like the teenagers? How were you able to coordinate those like okay? Coordinating the teenagers in general is one thing. Then coordinating the teenagers under my office, under UT, is another thing. And I will forever say God has been faithful because it has been quite a journey. And in the long run, I wouldn't say I've put in my best because I had to learn a lot along the way. Like I said earlier, I wasn't even ready. It was something that God just picked me for that to know. And like my coordinators trusted me with that role. They saw me and like, oh, I think she can do it. So they felt, oh, since we trust her, she should be able to deliver. So like, coordinating the teenagers was like through my office was having regular programs and activities to like keep them busy in the junior church. Like we had Bible study, we had prayer conference, we had worship concerts. So we made sure that they were engaged. So most times, like at least they held at least 3 to 4 programs a year during the tenure. So make sure that, oh, they always have reasons to gather for the, to, in God's name. We made sure that they had reasons to gather. So that's alone was a coordination on its own, like bringing them together, giving them reason, not just a reason, different reasons. They had praise reasons, they had prayer reasons, they had worship reasons. So they had different reasons to come together to worship God. And we also made sure that we had online platforms where they can communicate with each other so that even the people that are not always around can get information wherever they are. So that also made it easier to like coordinate the signatures.
Oh, that's really awesome. So, can you share with us like the challenges that you faced and how you were able to like remove this challenge?
Okay, speaking of challenges, I will, for the third time, refer to the fact that I wasn't ready for the post. I remember there was a particular program that took place before I was inaugurated. I think it was a day with the provincial pastor, and like we had a Bible study where we were divided into groups. To 4 groups, and they said, oh, they were going to have a discussion, and one person is going to like present whatever each group discusses to the audience so that everybody can learn from the different groups. So in my group, everybody were like hesitant, like who's going to do it? They were like, oh, I can't do it. So I was like, okay, let me just do it. So I jot down things that we discussed, and then I was the one that was to represent my group. So I was here and I spoke to the rest of the teenagers and I educated them on what my group talked about. And while I was doing that, after I finished, the coordinators were like, wow, they didn't know this girl can talk this email and she's this outspoken. To be very honest, that was where I got that opportunity. I think that was the impression of me that made my coordinators trust me with my position, and I am so grateful. So, how will I put it now? That is like the most challenging thing because that office wasn't something that I knew was coming for me. I didn't know it was there. So when I was given that position, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know like a department like this existed. How am I going to do it? Usually when they are to appoint people, they appoint you from departments that you've been functioning before. But initially, I was functioning, but like under another department, like the choir, the usher, and all of that. But like I didn't know a programs department kind of existed. So to me, it was like a new thing. So I just had to like fit in. I just had to do what I knew how to do. And to the glory of God, it wasn't all perfect. It was something. Yeah.
That's really awesome. Do you have like an advice?
Okay, and this is to my successor, whoever it is that God you be using after me. My word of advice is that in the course of serving in the office, don't be carried away because the department is one that you will get to be seen a lot. So don't get carried away with wanting to be seen that you forget to make Jesus sing. In the process of having to show your fashion as the department and the office requires, you have to do a lot of fashion. You have to do a lot of looking good and speaking well. Don't forget to also use that as a platform to, show Jesus to the world. Don't be so carried away with your office that you don't partake with the things that come from your office. even though you are the one that is heading the office. So yeah, I think that's advice enough from what you have.
Thank you so much. So in very few words, sir, can you tell us like your experience being with you school page?
Okay, I've started this about close to 2 decades now. So being a teams coordinator is part of my life. It's more or less like a daily routine for me. I started off with Lagos Province 52, Ojo Alaba, before I came into Lagos Province 54. And the truth is, it's been a wonderful experience because whether you like it or not, you are building lives. And not just any type of life. You are building lives that when you see later, you are happy and you thank God that those particular teenagers passed through you. So it's been a blessing working with teenagers.
So, can you like describe how like the experience was, Boma?
Okay.
Like the specific events?
Yeah. So, using an example of the past executive, truly they came in on board as being fresh, and it was a little bit challenging initially, trying to make them understand what they need to do, meeting up with timelines, making them understand how this reality comes into being. It was a little bit challenging initially, but as time went on, we all realized that yes, they could do it, because I believe that teenagers are full of potentials. In many cases, all they need is just to be pushed. And with the little push that we gave them as a team, I realized that they all acted exceptional. So I had a good experience with them. Like I said, initially it was challenging, but along the line, we got the best out of them.
That's really awesome. Often to go on like these are best has like come to this point of excellence. So I want you to like share like how would that person experience this?
Okay, so if they can remember, which I can, I remember having a meeting with them, a strategic meeting with them, to make them realize that they are a family. If you want to excel, the best thing they can do for themselves is to see themselves as a family. And there's no family member that want to go out of his family to wash their dating in the public. So what I made them to realize is that even when one particular part of the family is not functioning, the other people can be there to support and to ensure that they all come out strong and well. So the major thing I made them realize is you're a family. You have to cover yourselves nakedness. And you must see that this family, it must excel, it must grow, and we must get the best out of it. So the basic advice I gave to them was, you people must hold yourself as one. Because either you succeed, we succeed as one. If you fail as one. And failure is not even in the game. The main thing is for you that we want to succeed. And for you to succeed, everybody's hands must be on deck. So it's a family thing, and it must be run as a family. So that's the thing that brought them to this level.
That's like very amazing.
When you were talking about the experience we had, you mentioned one challenge. What I want you to like maybe share like a specific challenge that you went to like while being T's Code Beat, or how you were able to like solve that challenge.
Okay. So I realized that at least for one that I remember is about being accountable, and also the aspect of communicating. We realized initially when they came on board that they were not communicating effectively. They had so many ideas. They had it at the back of their mind, maybe drafted out. But at the point of communicating it to people that matter so that we can actually take it to the next level, it became a problem. So that was a big one for me. And I kept calling over and over to say, come, whatever your idea is, you must be able to communicate it. You must be able to see it. You cannot do things outside of us. But whatever you want to do, let us know. We are the ones there to help you take this idea to the next level. And I remember coming in, when I came in, they told me and said, sir, there was a former coordinator, I think Sister Folake, if I can remember. has been trying to help them so that they can hold a particular program, Glow, God Loves Our Worship. And I heard that they've been on that program for 2 years and they've not held it. So I said, okay, I think I came in around November and I told them by March, we would have the program. Said, is it possible? I said, yes, we would have it by March. And by March, we had the first edition that year. Until today, Glow is still something that everybody looks up to every year in Lagos Province 54 Junior Church. So that has helped us communicating. I've always told them you must be able to come. There's nowhere in the world that you want to go to. There's no organization. There's nowhere you want to be, even at the top. You must have good communication skills. And this is one thing that I saw initially and we've been able to manage effectively. Just turn out good.
That's really great. So, it's Anema tenure has come to an end.
Yes.
By God's grace, we have like outgoing schools. So do you have like any words for them as they are passing?
Okay. I think the main thing I can make them realize is, for me, I never see a teenager to see life as the sky is the limit. No, I see it as it's the starting point. The sky is big enough for them to explore, for them to get the best out of life. And one thing is, like I mentioned initially, they are full of potentials. They should be the event that should happen to the world and not the world making them to go through an event. So the advice I have for them is they should go into the world to conquer. Thank you very much.
Finally, before you leave, do you have any final words about procedure?
I want to thank everybody. The truth is, I don't want to mention news because from the top to the bottom, everyone has been exceptional. The tenor has given me even another level of patience to be able to understand people more. And my joy is that anytime I see them, I'm happy that yes, these ones have been able to go through me or through us as a team to be who they are today. So I want to appreciate them for doing everything that they've done. You know, part of the things I think I didn't mention was when I came in, there was no money. And I told them that they needed to have money. Even when I was living as teenagers coordinator, they had close to 400,000 in their accounts. So I was happy. So, and I know they are living something even better there. So I'm happy that the little advice that we could be able to share with them in these few years is coming out to give them more strength and to make them to achieve more in their life. So I appreciate every one of them. My birthday, I get gifts from all round messages and the like. So they're the best. And I love them sincerely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Really glad to have you here. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Do you have any last words of appreciation to our coordinators, fellow executives, and teenagers at large?
Okay, so every of my coordinators and executives, God bless you so much. Thank you for making the journey easy. And thank you for even giving us an opportunity to serve in God's way.
I'd like to appreciate the former president. I would have mentioned his name, but yeah, I would like to appreciate him. He really helped me a lot when I was firstly elected. So it was difficult for me to I wasn't really this Bible kind of thing. Yeah, so it was one that is always calling me to order, telling me what to do. So it helps me a lot. And then I would like to appreciate our coordinators too. It was a privilege working and serving on that day.
Yes, let me start from the teenagers. So my teenagers, yes, my fellow teenagers, thank you very much for trusting in us and for trusting us and believing in us, for being receptive every time we come to you, to maybe for publicity, to, for Bible study, for prayer and everything. Thank you for being receptive. Thank you for giving us listening ears. Thank you for praying for us, because I know many of them do pray for the executives too. And to my fellow executives, thank you very much for showing me so much love, the love and the kind gesture that each and every one of you have has extended towards me. I really, really appreciate it. And to my coordinators, thank you very much for nurturing us. Thank you for training us. Thank you for building us financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Our coordinators have elders. Yes, they've prayed for us and they've nurtured us. And I pray that may your children receive the same favor and even more in Jesus' name. Thank you very
So
much.
my final word is, first of all, is just a word of thanks to all my leaders. I don't know, they have really touched my heart, and I'm not saying this because of the cameras. It's actually from my heart. Yes, shout out to the likes of Uncle Aja. No, no, no. I call him Uncle Aja, but his name is Mr. Kintude Laja Daily. But that's what we call him. That's what we know him as, because he's more like our father. And I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you for pushing us to be better versions of ourselves. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Thank you for training. So it really worked. It really worked. And it's still even working. It's still working. Many lessons that you have sown, many seeds you have sown in our lives, we reap the harvest. And I mean, years from now, you will see, even now, safe, you will see. So I just want to say thank you so much, Uncle Aja. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you. Because one of the key things I learned from Uncle Aja is leadership. That man is an exceptional leader, very, very exceptional leader, very exceptional. He leads, is not trying to, it just flows. Like, when you're not trying to be something, you're just yourself, and then you get what I'm saying. So you just still, and that's something I really appreciate about Uncle Aja. Shout out to Auntie Titi, those are our mothers. Mommy, Akitelure. That woman is just a mother. All of us, if you're an executive in LP 54 things of years, Oma Akitelure at some point or that has handled you like a child, and she's just a beautiful woman, very, very lovely mommy, motherly care, so warm, and I don't know, just a beautiful mom. Mommy, thank you so much. So I'm thanking all my coordinators, Uncle Sam, thank you so much. Thank you to my zonal coordinators. Thank you to all executives. All of you made this journey so interesting, so interesting. You made it so exceptional for me. I can say from, okay, let me just say that I'm so happy that I worked with you guys. I don't know. I just wish you can continue like this for life. Everyone, just like Deborah now, she was ahead of us. She's such a very beautiful person. I just wanted to achieve that thing. So, I mean, we have many executives like that, very, very loving, caring, intelligent, intentional about growth, focused, God driven. Really, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, 54, for giving me the opportunity to serve. I'm really grateful. And I pray God blesses you in Jesus' name. Shout out. Peace.